everybody. Marge Baltz here, and I'm so happy to be with you all today. We, the leaders of St. John's and the teachers, we just hope that you all are healthy and safe. Please remember that this is a recording, a video recording, so if you want to pause it at any time and go do something, please do that and then come back. All right, so I have a question for you kids. Have you ever been in a store or at a carnival and all of a sudden you looked around and you were lost? All of your families were gone. It was pretty scary, wasn't it, if this happened to you? Well, today I'm going to tell you a story about a group of people called the Israelites. And something like that happened to them. Their leader was King Solomon. And the people of Israel, they were doing things that God didn't like. And God decided that he was going to have to give them a punishment. So the punishment he gave them was that he was going to separate them. Maybe kind of like when you were separated from your family, if that ever happened to you. Well, part of this story, a man came along. And we'll introduce him. His name is Ezekiel. Ezekiel's a pretty cool name, isn't it? I don't think I know anybody named Ezekiel, though. Do you know anybody? Well, Ezekiel had a really cool job, too. He was a prophet. Do you know what a prophet is? A prophet is somebody who hears what God is saying. God sends messages to them, and then they need to tell the people. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Ezekiel and what happened. One night, Ezekiel was sleeping in his bed, and he had a vision, right? God took Ezekiel out of his bed, flew him over to a big field that was filled with bones, and they were human bones. There were lots and lots of bones. And Ezekiel was an old man, but I can tell you, he was never in a field with bones. And he didn't know what he was supposed to do there. And he said, God, what do you want me to do? And God said to him, Ezekiel, I want you to give this message to the bones. So Ezekiel said, dry bones, come to life. And guess what happened? All those bones started to rattle. And if you have wooden spoons, you can have them rattle too. And all those bones started to join together. So all the bones joined together, and the tendons got part of the bones, and then skin came over the bones, and all of a sudden, there was a great big army. But they weren't breathing yet. So God sent a wind, and when God sent the wind, all the bones came to life. Do you know a story about anybody else in the Bible that came to life after they were dead? Who was that? Sure, it was Jesus, wasn't it? So God wants us all to believe in him and love him so we can have a good life and we can come to life as well. So this week, with Halloween coming, if you go in a Halloween store, do you think any of those bones are going to rattle? That would really be scary, wouldn't it? Well, and also, Halloween, if you see anybody with a skeleton shirt on, I want you to think about this story of Ezekiel and the dry bones. Next week, Dolores Kresge will be here to talk to you about the fruit of the Spirit. Have a great week and happy Halloween.